Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Mic'd Up with Mary, and I am Mary. So, today we are going to be talking about a viral incident that occurred in Chicago where a mother of two was jumped by a group of middle school children. So, of course, on this channel, before we jump into our feelings, we're going to get some facts. So, here is a news clip on that incident.
Demonstration outside of Orville T. Bright Elementary School as parents rallied around Prashanda Hatter and her 9-year-old son.
I can't sleep because I wake up in the middle of the night with that vision in my head of my son calling my name to help him, and I couldn't do nothing for him. That really hurted me the most.
The 33-year-old reported to police she was walking with her son when they were attacked by a group of kids. It happened near 106 and Bensley Avenue around 3 p.m. Monday, just blocks away from school.
No mother should be that helpless and be targeted by children inside of her own community.
State Senator Willie Preston met with the victim and her son as they called for a meeting with school administrators. The victim told NBC5 the incident stems from bullying at school. Meanwhile, Chicago police launched an investigation. Parents and other concerned residents demand answers. They say this points to a deep-rooted problem in the community.
We need more help out here. Trump sending troops and stuff out here for that. Come send troops out here for these kids. We need these kids to open up more programs for our kids.
Police say Hatter and her son were taken to the hospital to be treated. Those who came out to support the family calling out the parents of the kids involved.
What action needs to be taken is the parents need to be held accountable. Charges should be pressed. Charges should be pressed, and these kids should be expelled from school.
Chicago Public Schools said it prioritizes the safety and well-being of students. The district in a statement said in part, quote, "We are horrified by the attack on this family, and we are working collaboratively with city departments and agencies to provide support to the victims of the attack. CPS is coordinating closely with the mayor's office, CPD, CHA, and other city departments to provide additional support to the family." As for the case, Area 2 detectives are still investigating. So far, no one has been arrested.
Okay, so let's talk about that clip. So the lady who got jumped, her last name is Hatter, so we're going to call her Miss Hatter. She is a 33-year-old woman. She has sickle cell disease. She has two kids. She has a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old, and she was walking them home from school. She had gone multiple times to the school administration about her son being bullied, and he was actually being bullied because the kids who saw his mom were teasing / bullying him about the condition of his mom. And like I said, she has sickle cell. That's a very debilitating disease. So these kids decided that they wanted to bully and tease a 9-year-old about their mom. Okay, so like I said, she did talk to the school administration. They said they couldn't do anything. And these kids decided to jump this lady. She's trying to protect her son, and she gets the brunt of this assault because, of course, she's trying to protect her son. She goes to the hospital and gets treatment for the injuries that she sustained. Now, as of today, she is pressing charges against the parents of all these kids who were involved, because you have all of them on camera, because these kids decided that they were going to jump this lady, film it, and then put it on social media. So we know what that's about. They were trying to get a viral moment, and you're about to get one because your parents about to suffer, and hopefully you get some of those consequences too. Now, this happened at Bright Elementary, and of course, the community of Chicago has come out, and they're demanding justice for this lady. Now, I did see some reporting that she has gotten financial help where she's able to move out of that community, and she has transferred her children out of that school system. Good for them. Absolutely good for them. Now, I did see that this lady has a partner. It doesn't say a husband, but I believe he is the father of these two kids. And some reports were saying that she was pregnant, and she has stated, Ms. Hatter has stated that she is not pregnant. It's just some type of swelling that comes with uh, the sickle cell disease. So she is not pregnant. All right, so that's basically the gist of the facts that's going on right now. So now we're going to get into a little bit of the feelings part of this. So this is my 2 cents, since everybody else is giving their 2 cents. So this is the first issue that I have. And I have, a little bit of issue with the father of these kids. I don't know how active he is in their life. And I don't know this man's schedule. This man could be working when it's time to bring the kids to school, or when it's time to pick them up. He could be working. The mother states that she's the one who has gone to administration. I feel like that father should have definitely gone and handled things, because it is different. It's different when a man goes and presents, issues that's going on with his kids at school. You do need a strong male figure to go in there and handle business. So I don't know what his issue is with her. It doesn't ever say that they're married or that they're living in the same home. And that's really not any of our business, but I just thought I would bring that up. Like, I think if I was the mother, if I was Miss Hatter, I would tell my partner or husband, hey, this is what's going on. I need you to go up there and take care of it. Because I really do feel like sometimes they don't take women seriously. And you need a man to go up there and say, look, this is what's going on with my kids. And I would definitely have him go up there so that those other kids would see, oh, there's a strong male presence in the lives of these kids. But, I don't know 100% what's going on with that, but that's just my issue. The mother shouldn't have been the only one who was complaining to the school or try to get some type of remedy from the school. The father should have also been there. Now, Chicago. Chicago is not a safe city. They have a lot of crime, especially a lot of black on black crime, and a lot of people don't want to talk about the black on black crime. But Chicago is out of control. The crime is crazy, and especially in the black community. And like I said, it's black on black crime. So, and they have their mayor there who nobody really likes, because he have an issue apparently with helping black communities. But that's another video for another day. So one of the kids who are involved in this fight is a little girl. I don't care to learn her name. She's all over social media because she does this little apology video, or she's made to do an apology video. Now there is an adult who first starts talking, and I think it may have been alive, and there's some conflict on whether I don't think this lady is the mother of this child. She might just be a family member. But she starts off the video saying, hey, this is a child, so be respectful of what you say about this child. Are you serious? Be respectful of a child who doesn't even respect adults? So the little girl does her little show and dance. She cries fake tears, wiping away tears that are non-existent. Like, it looks like a forced apology, or that she's not really sorry at all. So, and they plaster her face on social media, with this apology, but I guess it doesn't matter because her face is already plastered because of the video that these kids decided to post on social media. Now, the thing that gets me about this little girl is that apparently her mother went on Facebook and typed out this whole basically we're not sorry type thing, or taking up for her child and saying, oh, this one incident doesn't reflect who she is as a person. So I did come across this video where it is basically like a parody, or now this video, this is not the mom. This is basically um, a lady doing a video as if she was the mom and she's taking up for this little girl. So here's that video.
My daughter is smart. She makes straight A's. She's captain of the cheerleading squad. And just because she likes to assault people in her free time, that ain't got nothing to do with how she is as a person. Just because she be out here physically assaulting moms and their kids, y'all not gonna make my daughter out to be no bad person. That's what we're not gonna do. Because she has a family. Okay? And anything she do, we gonna stick beside her, even when she hella wrong. Hella wrong. Matter of fact, y'all kids bad too. Y'all up here talking about my kid because she was caught on camera physically assaulting some people. It's just a little assault. Y'all want me to hold her accountable. Hold her accountable? That's crazy. That's crazy. I just can't see myself doing that because she got a whole castle of people behind her, okay, supporting her. Matter of fact, all y'all getting on my nerves. We ain't apologizing nobody. Nobody. Y'all just ruined it for everybody. Ain't nobody getting no apology. How about that?
Okay, so this video is hilarious to me because I used to be a teacher a long time ago. I was a teacher and I was a high school teacher. And I have come across parents like this who believe the sun rises and sets with their child. They're in love with their children and their kids can do no wrong. So, of course, this mother is stating, oh, she's an AB student. Whoop-de-doo. She's in a Chicago public school. I'm pretty sure all of them have A's and B's at this school because you can't fail kids anymore. So we're all A's and B's, okay? Everybody. But just this whole, oh, you don't know this, you don't know my kid, and like that's amazing to me. Now, I'm not a parent. I have a lot of nieces and nephews. And I'm just like, I love my nieces and nephews and they're cute. But I know the sun doesn't rise and set on them. I know those little jokers can do some terrible things and they need to be corrected. Now, the city of Chicago has definitely come out on behalf of this lady. You have mobs of people going to the homes of these children because, of course, their little faces all over social media. And it's not that hard to find out where they live. And these Black people are going to these homes and shouting out, you need to whip those kids behind. Because it's absolutely ridiculous. As a child, it would have never crossed my mind to try and fight an adult. Now, look, bullying has been going on since the dawn of time. I was bullied when I was little. Walking to school, these girls didn't like me and my nieces and nephews, and they would fight us. And we fought back. But it would have never crossed my mind to intentionally seek out a weak adult. This is the mindset of these kids. Let me seek out a weak adult, get a group of people, and let's fight this lady. But yet your child is this great person. Something is wrong with that little girl. And on the apology video, where are the men in her lives? Where's her father? And I know people say, oh, you're bringing up there's no dad in the house. You don't know if there's no dad in the house. Where is he? Why is he not speaking out on the behalf of his daughter? The mom did. And see, that's one of the issues. Anytime I had a problem with a kid in school, it's always these mamas who come in and they're in love with their kids. And you can love your kid and see the good and the bad in them. But anytime I talk to a father, when a father came in, they never came in with this, oh, their child hung the moon and stars. They're like, they want to get the facts, and then they're going to address it with the kid. So moms, y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. And especially if there is no father in the house, now you got to be mom and dad. Or you at least got to let that man be a part of this kid's life so he can get them straight. Because women, yes, are emotional. And most times, women are going to be more emotional than they are logical. And men tend to be more logical than they are emotional. So that's why you need a balance. That's why you need the mom and the dad in the house. And there's tons of videos going around where you have the Chicago people coming out and they're fed up with crime and they're fed up with these kids who they're running amok. So, and let me tell you, I grew up in a house with a single mom. So there was no male figure there, but my mom knew how to correct me and get me straight. And that's what's lacking now is that you have, for whatever reason, I don't know if these moms just feel guilty for not having the father there and they just let the kids do whatever they want to do, or they just absolutely have no control. So that's my 2 cents on this. Hopefully this lady, Miss Hatter, does get justice by charging the parents and getting whatever she's going to get from them, any monetary rewards, or for the parents to go to jail. And they had already started legislation, I believe, pushing the idea that parents who have these out of control kids, they need to be held accountable for their out of control kids. And if that means jail time, it means jail time. You throw enough parents into jail because their kids act a fool, and guess what? I bet you those parents get those kids straight. So is absolutely terrible. Like, when you watch that actual video, these kids are monsters. Absolute monsters. And yes, kids fight. Like I said, when I was younger, I was in fights. Bullying is not new. But this level of disregard for authority and respecting adults is just mind blowing to me. I'm going to tell you this incident that I had with a kid where I was walking my dog, and it's during the week because I work a job where I shift back and forth. So sometimes during the week I am off. And I'm walking my dog, minding my business. And the little kid is a weekday. This little boy is riding on a bike. He passes me up. I cross the street, headed toward my house. He circles back and he asks me if I have any money I can give him. I'm like, this little boy here. I said, no, I don't have no money for you. So then he persists. He keeps riding his bike alongside of me. Now, I'm walking with my dog. I have a Doberman Rottweiler mixed breed, and he's big. He's easily anywhere from 120 to 130 pounds. So this little boy is asking me for money, begging for money. It's a school day, and he's riding around on a bike. And then when I tell him I don't have money, he's going to ask me, well, how old are you? I said, that's none of your business. So I'm continuing to walk to my house, and then this little boy starts to get very, very vulgar with me. And I'm like, this little boy, first of all, he doesn't know how my dog is going to respond to him. And I'm visibly walking with pepper spray in my hand. And this little kid is being very vulgar with me. And I'm like, My first thought was, you don't have no dad. First of all, because you riding around on a bike on a school day, so you're not in school. So either your parents don't care that you're getting an education, or maybe this little trifling kid has already been suspended from school. But I told that little boy, I said, get out of my face. And then I kept going and walking. He doesn't know how I was going to respond to him. So these little kids are disrespectful. And yes, it was a little black boy. So I don't know if he was trying to figure out if I was his age or what. But very disrespectful. I would have never, growing up as a child, begging somebody, a stranger, for some money. Like, what are we doing? You know what we're doing? Not parenting our kids. That's what we're doing. And I hope this lady gets the full justice that she deserves. I'm glad she's out of that neighborhood, because this is ridiculous. And then for these people to be like, oh, they're just kids and they don't know what they're doing. Well, you know what you need to do? You need to set an example with these kids. Each one of those kids who is involved, they all need to go to jail. And their parents need to go to jail. And then maybe other kids will realize, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. Sometimes you have to use people as examples. So let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.